Hi, everyone. My name is Luke. I'm just kidding. Could you imagine if I talk like that? What's up, BJ? How are you?
Good. How are you?
All right. So Joe's gone. He's interviewing people or doing something like responsible.
Mm-hmm.
Isaac is doing something personal. I don't know what that is. And you're here. This is BJ. If you don't know who BJ is, we always talk to BJ and yell at him in the back. And I'm here. Luke from the MLO Bros. So what this is this is our morning show. We are trying to bring back local talk, call-in radio, streaming, whatever you want to call it, because, well, it's going away. They ditched Rivers in the morning, and we're trying to fill that void. And thanks for joining us, BJ.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
So tell us about yourself, BJ. What do you do? Where are you from?
Well, I'm a Libra, and
like long walks on the beach.
Yeah, right.
Did you notice how quiet it is here without Isaac?
It is a lot quieter,
isn't it? Like it's like dead silent without Isaac in here. So tell us a little bit about yourself. I mean, again, we've called you in, you've talked a little bit, but you're from where? Where are you from? I don't even know.
So I grew up in Columbiana.
Okay,
I graduated there. I've been working in Youngstown Studio here for a little over 2 years.
Right.
So we do marketing, all kinds of marketing for local businesses, but then we also do a zillion different shows down here, right? So if you subscribe to Youngstown Studio on YouTube, you'll probably see a zillion clips from
you do like all the editing and the clips that you see. Like you'll see like the small little clips of like Isaac and I ranting about something, or Isaac and I ranting about something, and then you'll see it. And yeah. Seriously, look, check this jersey out. Do you see it?
That's sweet,
dude. Look. So this is one of the fringe benefits of billeting a player for the Youngstown Phantoms. Billeting for all of you non-Canadians means like you host a guy. So like they don't have anywhere to stay.
Yeah.
So they'll come in and they need houses to stay. And, I have 3 boys under 14. So why not have a 19-year-old kid come and stay in our insane house, right? So so we have a kid by the name of Jamison Slies. Awesome kid. Very serious about hockey. And we go cheer him on, and we get season tickets. And billeting, you get $300 a month to bill it, a 19-year-old and feed him. Do you know what that covers for a 19-year-old?
Not much.
No. You don't do it for the money. I'm going to tell you that. It's just a good experience, and I enjoy it because you get to meet these kids, and it's actually cool to have an older kid staying in there with my younger kids, right? Yeah. So it's like we go to the games, we cheer them on. It's fun. So
nice.
It's been good. So yeah, they actually have a home game. Their last home game is this Saturday. They're away Friday. Come in. And if they win the 2 games, they're top of their division, and they'll have home ice advantage. I don't know what you say for hockey, but so it's fun. So you can buy tickets 330-757-PUCK if you want to buy tickets. There's my thing to my boys over there. So all right,
sweet
topics today. We are in it.
We had a lot today.
We are in it. Okay, so we have West Branch. For those of you living underneath a rock, West Branch fired their coach, D. Shields.
Walt DeShields, yeah.
Walt DeShields. And you know a little bit about that because you used to be at the Salem News.
Correct.
20-year coach. We've covered this before. He was like 22-3 last year, went into the playoffs, always a winning coach of the year, and they axed him this year. Did not renew his contract. The board and the superintendent basically said we're going in a different direction. We have a letter from the school. And we also have a letter response from the coach that I'll read, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And then we'll give our insight on that. Anybody wants to call in, I'm sure we have people from West Branch watching. If you want to call in and talk about it, love to hear that. There are rumors swirling all over the place about what's happening, why it's happening. I don't like getting into rumors. I don't think it does any good because like you get people pissed off and you might not be accurate. And then Facebook machine starts running. So we'll talk about that a little bit. I want to talk about the Trump tariffs. You said you try and steer away from that, and we'll talk about that because that is funny. Because I just like to dive just straight into that freaking boiling water, and you're like, I don't know about that, right? You don't want to make. So we'll talk about that a little bit. Mayor Tito did his business. What's it called? Like State of the City address, which was just a freaking political fluff job of how good I'm doing and how awesome I am, and vote for me. It was just typical Tito crap. And then also I want to talk a little bit about a post I made yesterday, and Isaac and I getting called myopic morons.
All right, it's a new one.
Dude, myopic. I didn't know what it meant. I was so impressed. I was like, dude, I don't know what that means. I had to Google it. And yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit. So let's go right into the West Branch. What do you think? Let me find the letter here. And again, if you guys want to call in, you can call in. Talk a little bit, BJ, while I do this.
So, yeah, the school released a complete BS statement on this yesterday on why they got rid of them, and it was what you would expect. But yeah, if you're pulling that up, there's a specific paragraph in there that is just complete BS. You know what I mean? It's the normal run around, whatever. Right. But there's like a paragraph in there saying something about taking into account like the kids' mental health and well-being and all that. It just like the insinuation of that paragraph is just like come on, like I don't know if that qualifies as libel, but yeah.
Where's this letter? I'm trying to find
Coach DeShields might try to call his lawyer to look into that, because like I mean, just the insinuation on that, like I said, the insinuation on what they said was just total, like I said, total BS.
There's a letter. There was a letter. I know that, right?
From the school for sure. Yeah. So, but yeah, more of a background. So I was at the Salem News right out of college from like 2004 to 2012, I think. Thereabouts, whatever. So West Branch was one of the main schools we covered. Like our big schools were Salem, West Branch, Sebring, Western Reserve, South Range a little bit too. But West Branch made up a ton of our coverage. Obviously, I was in that gym probably during basketball season. I was in that gym at least once a week for 8 years. You know what I mean? So, and I'm standing 30 feet away from Coach DeShields and the kids and everything else like that too. Not one time in any of that did I ever like think, oh boy, this guy's treating his kids poorly. Or
yeah, did you ever see anything like that?
No, nothing even remotely. Like
there was that guy. There was that old guy. Did you see the video of the old like 85-year-old coach from like the South pulling a girl's hair? Yeah. Like there was nothing like, you didn't see anything like that.
No, okay. Absolutely not. So,
all right.
Yeah. So like total BS. So yeah, when the school coming out and saying what they said, yeah, like I said, I don't know if he's able to. He might want to show that to his lawyer, because like that might qualify as libel as far as what they're insinuating.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and that just stirs more of the rumor mill and stuff too. And it's like it's absolutely none of that. It's a disgruntled school board member that wants them out. You know. Let
me if you guys, this is a long letter. I will read it if you're cool with that, and then we can talk about it, because like I said, there are some very questionable things in here.
Yeah.
And I was kind of surprised the school, like you said, released this letter because it gets into details about stuff, not details, like insinuating stuff.
Yeah, for sure. It for sure insinuates stuff. Like there's a paragraph in there that is, yeah, like I said, it's complete BS.
And it's like you I know there's rumors swirling, but I'm surprised they did this, because like most of the time they're like, we can't talk about it. It's an employee confidentiality thing. Right. And this kind of breaks that. So here we go. All right. Long letter. Deal with it. Here we go. Let's see here. Sent out. This was sent out by the athletic director, Ryan Wolf. Okay. The West Branch Local School District acknowledges and appreciates the passion and dedication that both past and present members of the community have shown regarding the decision surrounding the girls' basketball coaching position. We have heard a wide range of perspectives from former players, parents, alumni, and we take all concerns raised very seriously. Little side note, I bet they're getting hammered with phone calls and emails.
I would hope so.
Right? After careful consideration of the feedback, as well as a review of the situation, the West Branch Local School District remains committed to ensuring the well-being and success of all students. The primary responsibility of the district is to provide a safe, supportive, and nurturing environment where every student has the opportunity to thrive both academically and athletically. We understand that Coach Walt DeShields has had a significant and lasting impact on many of his former players and has contributed to the success of the girls' basketball program. His leadership, dedication, commitment to the sport have helped shape our program into the respected powerhouse in the region. We also acknowledge strong bonds formed among the players and a personal growth that many attributed to his coaching. Okay, here we go. At the same time, the district must also prioritize the safety, emotional well-being, and mental health of all student athletes.
There's the BS paragraph.
So they raise them up in one paragraph.
Yeah.
And then say safety, emotional well-being, and mental health of all student athletes. Certain incidents raised by members of the community concerning Coach DeShield's behavior have generated significant concerns regarding his judgment, which are not consistent with the district's priorities. These concerns, combined with the responsibility to uphold the integrity of West Branch athletic programs, have led to the difficult decision to seek new leadership for the girls' basketball team. The district recognizes the decision may be difficult for some, and it has sparked a rage of emotions within this community. We are committed to fostering an atmosphere where respect and accountability are paramount. We are confident that the right leadership, the girls' basketball program will continue to thrive and uphold high standards that have made it a source of pride for the entire West Branch community. Moving forward, the district will work diligently to ensure a seamless transition in leadership and to provide positive, empowering experience for student athletes. We appreciate the ongoing support from the community as we continue to strive for the best possible outcomes for all students. Let me tell you the one line that throws up a red flag for me. Okay. After I was a basketball coach in high school for like 8 years, I've coached little kids. I've coached medium kids. I've done football, basketball, everything, right? Let me find it. Oh, I just lost it. Shoot. Sorry. Hold on. I just lost it. Where'd it go? I can't find it. But the part where they say, quote, parents have brought up significant concern. Okay. I will not take away from parents. But 95% of the time in the history of me coaching, when a parent brings up significant concern, it's about playing time.
Yeah, 100%.
It's about their kids.
Yeah. It's a playing time issue is what this is.
100%. I don't care unless somebody can prove to me with video or something else. I'm going to have a hard time buying the fact it doesn't have to do with playing time.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, now if there's something else going on and I'm totally wrong, somebody speak up.
100%. That's what it is. I have an anonymous source reach out to me yesterday with significant knowledge of the situation. And so just to quote one quick thing. Unfortunately for him, the people he's up against are slimy and as evil as it gets. They will smear him and say anything to get what they want. This one is motivated by evil. So
really, whoa, that's brutal.
There's more specific stuff that I'll stay out of. But yeah, it literally comes down to a school board member is ticked off because a kid's not getting enough playing time or whatever. It's just that's it. Just like you said, and that's what it comes down to.
And I don't care what it like unless you can prove wrong. You're not going to change my opinion.
Yeah,
you could say it all day long. You have somebody saying something about a coach because they're kids. Again, 95% of the time, people do stuff like this to just for their own personal stuff.
Yeah,
I hate to say it. Maybe I'm warped sense of whatever with people, but 95% of the people will do it for the ulterior motives. They'll say, "Oh, he's abusive. Oh, he's this.
Yeah, right.
Oh, he's that. Oh, he's mean." But it always comes down to playing time. Somebody proved me wrong. Somebody in the comments, somebody help me.
The people associated with this getting rid of the shields have done this before too. They're tied to other. They're tied to other situations where they've
really
people removed in the past.
And West Branch is a small little, it's not small, it's a good sized school, but it's a little community.
Right.
So you're going to have the typical heads of the community, family names of the community.
What's funny is one of the names that came up was a guy that used to harass me for my opinions when I was a sports editor of the Salem News and I'd be taking photos like courtside. Like the guy would literally like, so it's,
wait, what was he complaining about? You're taking pictures. What was he complaining about?
So
his granddaughter or daughter not getting enough pictures?
I defended a coach that he didn't like. And so, but yeah, so I would get razzed.
Like while you're there or what?
While I'm there taking photos, whatever, and covering the game. It's just like, oh my God. You know what I mean? I'm like, in my late 20s at this point.
It's like harassing you for not.
It's like, yeah, it's silly.
And again, I reach out to anyone, but again, these people they'll never come forward. Like in a public area. You know what I mean? They'll never come forward and say, this is what the coach did.
Yeah, no.
They're going to whisper things and fire things out into the community. You know what I mean?
And that's what, like, again, if there was something actually going on, you would have some specific example to cite, and you don't. It's just this runabout way where you're going to, you know what I mean? Yeah, just, again, high school parent politics.
Yeah.
So ridiculous.
But for the school to send that letter out, I know they're trying to get ahead of it, but I think it's a bad move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it's a bad move. You're talking
like I
shit
said,
about
that one paragraph. Like, again, I don't know what qualifies as libel, but that sounds pretty shady to me. The insinuations that you're putting out there about this guy. I mean, give me a break. Anybody knows this. One thing I wanted to read. So one comment that somebody posted. So Melinda Trimmer Taylor. So Melinda Taylor now was an all-state point guard for West Branch back when I was there. I think toward the end of when I was in Salem. She got a full ride to YSU, played for YSU, and everything else too. So I just want to read you her comment. She wrote, "I've never been more embarrassed of West Branch. This is utterly shameful and downright hurtful. Coach, you deserve to be in a place that believes in you, respects you, supports you, and speaks truth about who you are. A man of faith, a loving father and husband, a mentor, a friend, a compassionate and kind teacher, a relentless goal chaser, and a very successful and selfless coach. We know who you are. They don't, and I'm sorry."
Wow.
That's from literally a girl played 4 years at YSU.
Wow.
And was an all-state point guard, whatever. So when there's another comment that somebody wrote, this is from another woman, Jessica Whiteleather. Jessica, I hope you don't mind me reading this comment here. But so my daughter was a ball girl this past season. We have zero concerns with his behavior. Since she was part of the team, and I recommended the other young ladies that played last season, both JV and varsity, along with their parents, should file an FO, a Freedom of Information Act from the Department of Education requiring the records and reports be published, as there is now a quote-unquote concern. Players and or parents should have reported this quote-unquote concern, and the school athletic department would have this information on file. Every parent should then write the board members individually along with the superintendent and athletic director notifying them that the request was made. If this is falsification, legal action should be taken for defamation of character, and BOE member removal should be required immediately, which I agree with.
I am going to do that. I love doing, I don't know if you know this or not, but I love doing freedom of information requests.
Yeah.
I love them. And I think I'm going to do that. And I'll probably won't get anything back, or I'll get everything redacted, or they're going to say it's a personal employee issue, but I'll do one. I'm going to do one and request emails.
Yeah.
I'm going to arrest any documentation concerning the hiring or the firing of him and the incident in basketball. I'm going to do it.
Right.
We'll see what they do. Again, they're going to tell me to pound salt, but hey, at least I'll have that email. All right.
Hey, Scott, what's up? I think
pull up that comment by JX Smooth highlights. They're making it sound like he did something awful, but yet he's still teaching at school. If he did something that bad, why is he still employed? Correction. He is no longer employed. They cut his contract as a teacher.
Yeah,
I believe. So he's not working there anymore. And I wonder if that has something to do with it too.
I've got some other stuff that I could probably go into here as far as like the retire hire. It gets kind of in the weeds a little bit, but yeah, I mean, it's just, it's a run of the mill kind of they did whatever they could basically to try to defame this guy and to get him out and whatever. And so like they're throwing out a lot of different excuses.
What if you're a lawyer up? Like you said, you think a lawyer up?
Maybe. I mean,
he lost his job. He lost his coaching job.
Yeah.
You could definitely prove defamation of whatever. Like if you're going to sue, you're going to sue for like defamation or libel or slander, you got to have documentation that you can prove loss of income, prove loss of all that kind of stuff, and that they're making stuff up.
Yeah.
If you can prove all that, they're done.
So you can plug
I see what he's saying. So he's saying he's still working there this year.
Yeah.
He's finishing out the year.
Yeah.
If it was something terrible, they would have fired him immediately.
Right.
That's a good freaking point, dude.
Yeah.
Or dudette, whatever you are, JX Smooth highlights. That's a good point. Why is he still working there if it's so bad?
Right.
Oh,
right. Exactly.
Wow.
It's just all,
JX Smooth highlights with a win. All right. So I got more on this. April 9th, 2025. This is a letter. This is posted on my favorite news organization, WKBN. This is a letter from Walt DeShields. I am sharing this for anyone who has gone through this or might in the future. It is deeply upsetting to see rumors being spread and hurtful comments being made, especially when those words are hard to take back. That kind of behavior helps no one and only causes pain and heartache. My family and I are very thankful for the incredible love, prayers, and support we have received from many West Branch principals, teachers, staff, coaches, alumni, community members. To all the former, current, and future Lady Warrior basketball players and their parents who have reached out to us in support. Thank you. Also, the countless people outside of our community who have contacted us, we are very grateful and humbled. Finally, to my family, especially my wife, Penny, our sons, Kip, TJ, Drew, your love and support have been immeasurable and my strength. I have strived to maintain a culture of values, that values work ethic, commitment, and integrity, teamwork, and having a program that makes our school and community proud. Winning is just a byproduct of that. The safety, mental health, and emotional well-being of our players has always been a priority of mine. Lifelong lessons, memories, and lasting friendships are more important than any trophies or statistics. I would like to thank all of the assistant coaches, players, parents, and people who have dedicated their time and effort to help make our girls' basketball program highly successful and well-respected throughout the state. Things have been or may still be said about me, my family, and others that are either false accusations or distortions of the truth, intended to damage my reputation or influence this decision. Please understand that there will always be parents and players that are upset with the coach because of playing time or not receiving certain awards every year. Coaches, that's an interesting statement there, and not receiving awards every year. Playing time and not receiving awards. That's kind of to me, that's like a hint of something. I don't know why. When you say like saying something specific as not receiving awards every year, you see what I'm saying?
Say that again.
Okay. So I don't know why he would say that. Please understand that there will always be parents and players that are upset with a coach because of playing time or not receiving certain awards every year. That to me is very specific. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading into it too much, but that seems very specific for him to say something like that. Somebody's pissed because of not getting an award.
Their kid didn't get a participation.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's a very specific thing. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but that seems strange. Coaches should be held to a high standards and live up to the values, goals, and expectations established by the school district. Specific details of concern brought by some members of the community regarding my judgment or behavior have not been revealed to me. In the 38 years of teaching and coaching, my evaluation have always been outstanding, including an excellent evaluation at the end of this season. That is another good point too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there were so many problems. Why did he get a great evaluation?
Let me finish this and I'm going to talk about that. Yeah. I am personally disappointed that a select few with money or power have ignored the majority of the West Branch community. Mm-hmm. That's what you were talking about.
Yeah.
I am personally disappointed that a select few with money or power have ignored the majority of the West Branch community, our basketball players and parents, to influence this decision by our school to remove me as head coach of Lady Warrior basketball program. To sum this up, there is a quote by my words are all, it's whoever sent this to me is getting blurry. Be more concerned with your character than your reputation. Your character is what really you are, while your reputation is merely what others think of you. Coach Walt DeShields. He has in this some very valid points. Mm-hmm. At the banks, I work at a bank, work as a real estate agent. At the retail banks, I'm a broker now, but at the retail banks, when you want to fire somebody, you cannot. You can in the state of Ohio because it's a at-will state to hire or fire somebody. Mm-hmm. However, you have to have a paper trail to prove, to make sure when you get sued, mm-hmm. that there's been documented things.
Yeah.
Right. So if Joe wants to fire you from Youngstown Studio because you suck, he's got to pull you into his office. Hey, here's a written evaluation. You're not hitting my numbers. You're not doing this. You're mm-hmm. not doing that. And then if you do it again, have this then. So then when you get fired and you get sued and you sue back, Joe could pull you in and say, here's this. I gave him this. I gave him this. Randomly firing somebody.
Yeah.
When he just got a great evaluation is an issue.
Yeah.
They are, I mean, I don't know about you guys. I'm thinking that there was a lot of stuff. Ooh, we got a good comment there. Okay, good. Read this one.
That's 100% the reason. Someone who thinks they have more power than they truly do.
Yeah.
Members of the school board. And then from Luke Butcher, you're not reading into You're not reading into it too much. The board member wanted her daughter to receive at least honorable mention or more, and it wasn't fair in her eyes that she didn't receive anything. This is my uncle and my father who are coaches of the program.
Really? See, okay. I mean, I'm kind of intelligent sometimes. I knew that line. That line had to be something. Like I said,
didn't get their participation medal or whatever. They didn't get the pat on the back that they thought they wanted.
Right.
So somebody got all ticked off, and it became after the fact. So he gets this great evaluation. They probably have the banquet for the for the season, and so didn't get an award or enough kudos or whatever the hell. And,
wow.
Wow.
I can't.
Mom or whoever on the school board it's associated. We got all ticked off.
All right. I'm going to write some notes down. I am going to do a Freedom of Information request for West Branch. I am going to reach out. Do you think Coach DeShields would come on here? Probably not, huh? See that kind of
not. I think. I mean, it would be cool if he did, but I don't. I don't know. I'm
gonna fire it out there.
We could try.
I'm gonna fire it out there.
Yeah, we could try.
Have him come on here.
Yeah.
Speak your piece, man.
Yeah.
Speak your piece. Mm-hmm. You're probably not gonna get your job back. Let's be honest.
Right.
Let's be honest. Doesn't look good right now.
You don't have a lot to lose at this
yeah,
point.
right. That's what I'm kind of saying. He doesn't have a lot to lose. Come on here and speak your piece.
Yeah.
And then I will also invite the athletic director, who will tell me to stick it where the sun don't shine. But I'm going to invite the athletic director. All right.
Another one from Rhonda. West Branch calls their attorney for everything. I want to see the so-called evidence. I worked at West Branch. Walt is a stand-up guy. He expects a lot of his players, but all good coaches do that. Yeah, I've never heard anything. I never heard anything negative about Walt Fields.
Right. Yeah.
Years I was there, and I'm 30 feet from where he's coaching. I saw him once a week probably for every basketball season for multiple years.
Never had
one thing. No.
Aren't those awards? Well, it depends on. Aren't those awards voted on by all coaches individually? So it depends on what award they're talking about. If it's like a school award, it would be him. Right?
Yeah. So some schools, and I remember back when I was in high school, like you would have like I played baseball, whatever, and you'd have like an end of the year banquet, and the coach would give out individual awards, like among the thing, like as far as like the other awards that you're talking about, like writers awards or other coaches or like there are, but I think
like if you're talking about like the
within West Branch,
like honorable mention state, second team state, that kind of stuff is going to be voted by.
That's all coaches.
That's all coaches. Correct. Yeah. Fun fact in basketball. So I was kind of a football player, but I did play basketball. My senior year, 3 guys got kicked off for drinking on basketball, and I got the MVP because I was like the only senior left. Just a fun fact. Just go back. I was way better at football than basketball, but just a fun fact. Yes, the awards are voted on. Okay, yeah, there you go. They felt that Walsh should have put them up for awards, but even if he did, no one other coach in the conference would have agreed. That's a good point too.
Yeah.
Maybe
the coaches do put the coaches can, I think, nominate specific players for certain awards. But yeah, again, if you're going to nominate somebody, if the coach knows that no one else is going to then it's just
So this is getting deeper and deeper and deeper. It really is. I'm really curious to see where this goes. I mean, if he wants to coach, he'll get a job somewhere.
He'll get a job in a minute somewhere. He could coach somewhere next year. Like, just about every other school in the area would hire him in a heartbeat. So it's not like he's going to be out of coaching for long if he wants to. It just sucks that it happened. And the school he devoted all his time to, and then you get
then the school's talking shit right now. That's the other problem. So they're going to talk shit. And he could literally say, I'm not getting jobs because the school's talking shit about me with no evidence, with no anything.
Yeah.
Wow. What a freaking cluster this is. Holy crap.
Oh, man.
Any other comments on this? We're going to keep this going, but I am going. Rhonda, I'm going to do that too. I'm going to do a cell phone, email. What else is that? Text messages, requests. They will tell me to stick it, I'm sure. But again, I've done that specifically. And if they don't do it.
When judging by Walt's, what he said, they didn't tell him anything. They didn't
tell him anything either.
Said, "Oh, you did a great job. By the way, we're not renewing your contract. See ya."
I don't know. I'd love to have his email or something. I don't know how to get a hold of Walt. That's going to be the problem. You don't have his phone number, do you?
I'm sure I could get a hold of him. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, DJ. You got some homework to do, DJ.
Yeah, I have enough connections down there still.
Get a phone number and you handle that. Maybe he'll remember you.
Yeah, I can put him. I mean, I can at least get him in. I can at least get a yes or no. You know what I mean? As far as he wants to come on.
Tell us no, but tell us no. It's fine.
Right. And
we gotta just throw it out there.
Especially he might be waiting to. if he's got to teach the rest of this year, he might be waiting until the end of the year before he files.
You know how awkward that would be to keep teaching?
I know. Yeah.
Like after all that crap, you have to walk by the athletic director that straight up could be lying about you.
Right.
Oh my God. That is awkward. Oh, and then he's like going into school every day. Like this poor kid. Like that's brutal.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Abby Miller Piccone. I don't know what that is. Okay. Wow. All right. If anybody has any non-rumors, like I get these emails, messages all the time. Anybody has like evidence or anything about any of this, you can message the MLO Bros, Youngstown Studio, whatever. Let us know. We have 29 people watching right now. If you guys could give us a like and a follow, that would be fantastic. The MLO Bros in Youngstown Studio. So if you're watching from home, we have 4 likes. Give us a couple more likes, please, and hearts. Or maybe you hate us. Give us a mad face. Maybe you think we're myopic morons. Give us an angry face. The same AD that is drinking buddies with the superintendent. Yeah, I just don't know any of that. And we talked about I don't know if you heard this last week, or Tuesday, the superintendent doing a video and like scolding people for talking about it on Facebook.
And then you couldn't. Like, wow.
It's like, screw you. I hate to say this, screw you, lady. Like, you didn't get ahead of the situation. Mm-hmm. I agree. Kids should not be brought up in any of this. Parents should. Yeah. Adults should. But you don't get on Facebook and scold us like we're freaking kindergartners, which is what she did. Right. Like, how dare you guys talk? Like, oh, I'm so disappointed in our community. This is your fault.
It's your fault.
Your fault. Your fault and the board's fault for not getting ahead of this.
Yeah.
So, what's something's there? He no doubt has a school account. Request all of it. Public record. They will have a I'm going to, Stephanie. Don't you worry about it. I am love doing public. I've gotten public requests from Youngstown, Poland, all those schools. Anytime there's an issue, public requests. The police departments, they freaking hate it.
Yeah,
they hate it. They hate it. Let's see here. Anybody else? Oh, got an email.
There's Walt's email.
Look at that. Walt.dshields at I guess those are public, so it doesn't matter. Warriors.org. Okay, so I'll send him an email. You want to see if you can get him by phone?
Yeah.
We're planning in here. We're planning. Anybody know Walt? Reach out to him and tell him we're going to be calling and emailing and he should come on the show. That would work too.
Yeah, if he's able to, or if he's comfortable to talk about it, it'd be great to have him on. Because
what do you got to lose at this time? Right? You're not going to lose your job.
Right.
You're not going to lose your school job or your coaching job. Right. I just want to hear his side. Like I want to hear what he has to say. Why? You know what I mean? What he feels. Why it happened. I mean, throw it out there.
Yeah.
Throw it out there. Let everybody know. The school's going to talk shit about you. Right. Luke. What? Why do you say Luke? Are you referring to me, Luke? Luke or the other Luke that was in the comments? Walt has been there for 20 plus years and my dad has been there for 30 plus within the program. Every year they do a character building word for the season and work on character building as a team. I can talk to both Walt and my father and if they would come. Dude, do it. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, Luke. Absolutely. We will be friendly, respectful, all that stuff. I don't know what that is. Oh, it must be for the emails or something like that.
Yeah.
Luke, reach out. Oh, he's telling that Luke to reach out to Walt, not me, Luke. Got it. Sorry, that's confusing. Okay. Any other comments on this one? This is good. This is a good talk. Oh, I got a text. I don't know who this is. Oh, I do know who this is. I got a text. The real question is, did Superintendent Board of Education inform Walt of the negative impact he was having on his players at the time it was happening so he could try and fix it? Or did they just knowingly allow him to do it, allow him to continue to treat his players like this until 2 weeks ago? That's a good point, too. What actions did they take?
I mean, it's goofy how these.
They should have had. They got to have a record
or whatever. Like, I mean, like if there was something actually like wrong, no, it's literally it's there's nothing there. It comes down to somebody's ticked about playing time.
Yeah,
100%.
Good question. Good question. I'm getting text messages for questions too. Look at all this stuff. All right. Ready to move on? We're going to get into the gross politics stuff. For those of you who are going to tune out when we talk about this stuff, I really apologize. I know you guys want to keep talking about West Bridge, but give me a number to text.
I think they're going back and forth. I believe they're talking to each other. See what I mean?
Oh,
yeah. Bill and Luke are talking to each other.
okay. Sorry. Okay.
Getting in touch with.
Okay, got it. Sorry, I thought you wanted my text number. You text me. That's all over the place, man. My phone number, I don't care. You said something funny. We get into politics, like national politics. Before we're off the air. Why don't you talk about national politics? Because
I'm in a band. And I'll alienate half the audience if I take a side or I.
What are you afraid is going to happen?
Everybody gets so crazy one way or the other, and I'm like, I'm not. Yeah,
like they're going to throw like beer bottles at you and stuff, or what?
So above all, I don't care because I don't think that I can do a whole heck of a lot about it. So I don't really get worked. That's not something I get worked up about. But yeah, I steer clear of it because it's I mean, if I go and no matter what I say, you guys have been there too. No matter what you say, like people will manipulate it to think that you're like, oh, you're a hardcore liberal. Oh, you're a hardcore hardcore conservative, and it's like no. I'm like,
dude, 100%. Okay, they're asking for Luke B is asking for you, Luke, not me. Okay, my phone number is 330 651 7081. 330-651-7081. You can call, text me, send me cute little pictures. Not those cute little pictures, though, if you're thinking about that. All of a sudden, my mind went into the gutter. We're getting freaking dick pics. Sorry, am I allowed to say that? Joe's not here, so I'm allowed to say it.
I think so.
This is what happens. Remember those pictures about you pulling the leash back? That's what oh, the bulldog. All right. So 330-651-7081. Text me. Have the coach call me. I mean, dude, whatever we got to do. I would love to have him on. I'll have him on tomorrow, and I'll come in, or Saturday, whatever. I'll cancel what I'm doing. It's so funny. So we're back to the national politics and we start talking about it. Anything you post, you are going to be criticized by one side or the other.
Yeah.
People are drawing a line in the sand, and I love screwing with it. I love it.
I know you guys
dude, I love it. I embrace the hate, right? Because I think it is, and like I post this stuff, and Isaac posts this stuff just to show how insane people are. I made a post yesterday, the stock market yesterday. This is a great post. I made a post yesterday. The stock market went up a record amount, 2,900 points. Never done before. It was like started at like a 5-year high of like 2,500, went to 2,900 when Trump announced he was getting rid of the tariff. Like he was holding off on some of the tariffs. He's still tariffing China. I just made a little post. There's a little picture, and then I said on the top, but. Okay, that's all I did. Explosion. Explosion. And it's like, dude, what are you like? I had somebody was like, I knew you guys were right wing. I was waiting for this post. You guys are myopic morons. I had to Google what that meant. You know what that means? Like nearsighted.
Yeah.
And like and then other people were like, Trump knows what he's doing. I had another lady say insider trading, which I wanted to talk about. But it's like, I make one post and all of a sudden I'm a right-wing freaking nut job, right?
Stay out of it.
Dude.
Because it's like, you can't win. But, you know what I mean? People want to be angry or one way or the other. And it's like, so it's just.
But talk about myopic being nearsighted, right? They don't understand that. So I make one post and they don't understand we have donated to the Full Spectrum, a gay support group in the area. We have had a drag queen on our podcast after he got called out by a local pastor.
Yeah.
We vehemently support drug use, like in like not meth and stuff like that, but like weed and the sale of marijuana. We support that. We want the market to tank. Isaac said this yesterday. Why do we want the market to tank? Totally selfish reasons. Because us as loan officers, when the market goes down, rates go down, and we'll be able to refi people.
Yeah.
Like literally when the market goes up, it's taking money out of our pocket of possible refi. But man, you make one comment and it's like, holy shit, people hate it.
Yeah.
Like people, I don't understand. Like somebody help me understand why you people are like this. Like, why is it draw a line in the sand? And why is it that when I make a comment, all of a sudden we are opposite of you. One comment, one belief, one opinion makes us totally opposite, makes us myopic morons, makes us hateful, makes us whatever. Why are you people like that? Somebody explain it to me.
I think people just like to be mad.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think it's mostly just people just like to bitch about stuff. You know what I mean? Like, and they like to feel that they're right, and it's like this big. I don't know. I mean, if Joe was here, he would give me the mental.
Yeah, we need Joe here for this comment because Joe would be able to explain it to us, right? He would
explain it like how, like why people do what they do, and he would have a sort of a background on it. But yeah, I just think people I think they get off on just being angry or like or.
And it's Facebook trolls too.
Yeah,
it's people on Facebook. Like we had one guy coming at me, and I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna get into it with you. Like this one, I forget what he even said. It was like, all this nasty stuff, and I'm like, dude, how miserable you were at home. Like that's what I want to say. Right. How much did you get picked on when you were in high school and college? How much? Do you hate your life?
Some of the stuff, it's just like, man, like I'll see people just go off and just continue. That's like all they do every day. It's another post or whatever. And it's like, don't you have anything better to do with your day? Like they just be angry all the time at this stuff. Like, come on, man. Like,
and people give a shit because I totally do on purpose. I fire these things out there just to fire everybody up. And if you don't realize
to do,
it's fun. I mean, I will like, you want to accuse us of pot stirring? When I do those posts like that, I'm totally pot stirring. Yeah. I'm totally pot stirring. I'm totally trying to fire people up because why? I personally enjoy it. I am sick. I don't know. You call me gross. I personally enjoy it. And the people who know me know I do it on purpose. And it's hysterical because they're like, I'm going to pull it up a chair, like a meme or a gif of somebody pulling up a chair. It's like, it's just, I don't understand.
It takes such minimal prodding to get people so like you don't have to, I mean,
I can make a post right now and I'll have 300 comments. Yeah. Like just one post. Mm-hmm. Like I could literally tariffs, just the word tariffs.
Right.
And it will explode.
Like, hey.
So I know you said you're not into the political stuff. I am curious of those of you guys watching from home with these tariffs. My question is tariffs. If you don't impose them, are they still being effective and are you still using them? So you see my comment there. So Trump said he was going to impose tariffs on all these people. Mm-hmm. Yesterday he didn't. Did he effectively use tariffs? Because the stock market went up. All these people are supposedly, I'm saying it that way, coming in, all these 70 countries, he said, and I don't believe a word Trump says sometimes, but 70 countries have called him and want to work it out. Is that effectively using tariffs?
Would seem to be.
Right? That's kind of my thought. It's like playing cards. You know what I mean? Like
right. Yeah. See, I mean,
so people are like, oh, he didn't do anything because he didn't use the tariffs, right? And it's like, I think he did. What's this? There are people who are just, here we go. Who people with their own situation that want to make everyone else pay for it instead of truly working on themselves and finding joy in their life. Hey, life is hard for everyone, but some just prefer to try to make everyone else feel the same way they are. Then some are just assholes. Yeah, I think I fall in the second thing with my post. I'm probably just an asshole, but hey, I'm a self-admitting asshole. So I'm working on it. Admitting it is the first step, BJ.
Yeah, no, misery loves company, definitely, which is sort of the point where, on there, but people just, it just becomes a spiral of misery.
But what's funny is like, you're like with your band stuff, you don't want to make comments because you don't want to piss people off, right? I don't know if Isaac and I are unique. Like, and Joe does it too. Joe does it, and actually Kellen does it a little bit too. It's like, I don't care. And people will be like, well, what about your business? What about your real estate agent? What about your loan officer? Will you make comments to piss people off? You're not getting business. We're making business because for the people who are going to get mad at me and say, we're not going to use you, screw you, go somewhere else.
Yeah.
For the people who respect us being honest, talking about stuff, they come to us. I mean, we're busy. You know what I mean? So I would rather do business for people who respect the fact that we are out here talking about things people don't want to talk about. We're out here joking around. I mean, for God's sakes, Isaac has a sign going in Cortland. Did you hear about this sign?
No.
So he won a billboard at a real estate event. Totally. And billboards are expensive. They're like $4,000 a month, $3,000 a month.
Yeah.
He won it for like 6 months or 3 months or something like that. This freaking clown is doing a QR code? A QR code. Put it up on the billboard. Says, do not click this QR code while you're driving. People are obviously going to click the QR code. Right? You click it. When you go to it, it is a YouTube video of him. What's that song called?
He's doing Rick Astley, right?
Yeah, Rick Astley.
Rickrolled him.
It is him singing terribly Rick Astley. He Rickrolled him, saying you should use me as, and then his advertising. Right? Some people will absolutely hate that. Some people will love it. The customer, I feel the people who are mad at us for talking out loud and talking about things and posting things probably won't like that. Do you know what I mean? It's the same group of people. Let's talk Tito. We're going to talk Tito. Okay. Trump plays the Democrats like a fiddle. I agree with that too. I think, and the other thing about Trump is where like the left people are like, he's an idiot. He's a moron. He's stupid. But then they're accusing him of purposely bumping up the market yesterday by saying in the morning at 9 a.m. he said now's a great time to buy stock, and then at 1 o'clock he released saying he wasn't going to think, and the stock market's out. So they're accusing him of doing that intentionally. I'm like, dude, so is the guy a moron or is he freaking smart?
Yeah.
What is it? Or does he just keep accidentally tripping on good ideas? Right? Like somebody help me out here on the like somebody help me explain it. All right, let's get into some more local stuff. Tito Brown. Fred wants to talk about Tito Brown. Tito, you can watch this online. I'm not pulling it up. I'm wasting my time reading it. Tito had his State of the Union address, State of the City address. He talked about him bringing in money to the park. It was like a total fluff job. You could watch it on like WKBN, WFMJ. Did you watch any of it?
No, because you knew what exactly what he was going to say anyway. Like the same thing.
Oh, I'm doing this. Our administration does this. Our administration does that. We do this. We do that. Not once did he talk about downtown business.
Yep.
Not once did he talk about construction. Not once did he touch anything questionable.
Yeah.
Again, this guy is a freaking politician that doesn't want to get unelected, and it made me freaking grossed out. Fred is actually suing Tito, because he accuses them of stealing the Youngstown Film Commission stuff. I don't know if you ever heard any of that stuff.
I think so.
Yeah, it's been out there. You can message Fred; he'll tell you about it. But it is like this freaking guy. I'm telling you,
he's such a politician. He never says it. Like, I think my biggest problem with Tito Brown is just he doesn't. Again, people criticize politicians for their lack of communication or lack of transparency. Like, he is the worst. Like, he doesn't communicate with anybody,
right?
And so it's just like I've seen him be like reporters ask him like legitimate questions, and him just be immediately salty, immediately like shutting it down. Like, dude, come on, like you are so not like just everything about that guy is just screams politician, and I hate it. It's like, no, man, like
Youngstown needs to get somebody that's not a politician in there, right? Be it a business owner, be it an independent, be it you have a bunch of people running. Please, Youngstown voters, vote for somebody else. I hate saying that. I'm always with like, make up your own decision, but dude, it's got to stop. This is one where I'm going to put my feet in the ground. Tito's got to go. He's got to go.
Yeah, I mean, the city of Youngstown too, we have one of the highest tax rates in the state as well too. We pay a lot of
Where's all the money going?
I know, right? That's what I want to know. It's like, okay, is this just that's what everybody says.
Right? Where's all the money going? I know that the businesses get down here get taxed, right? They have like a business income tax or a sales tax or something like that. I mean, it's like brutal.
I drive down Mahoning Avenue every day to get here, and it's like a bomb went off on the street. Nobody. It's like, when are you ever going to pay this? Like, you just keep tearing it up.
I keep hearing somebody said they drive down. Somebody posted the other day, "Thank you, Tito Brown, from Mahoning Avenue. I just got a free back massage."
Yeah, it's accurate.
Hey, you're weird, Sarah Jean Oaks. Don't you call me weird. You're weird. No, she's my buddy. We're good. Weirdo. Yeah, I can't with Tito. Tito is there was a fun story. So Tito went, I don't know if some of you guys might remember this. Tito posted pictures of him going with Serve Pro to a boxed seat. It was either a Cavs game or a Browns game. Okay. And Serve Pro is the guy who does all of the water damage and stuff downtown. He makes this post on LinkedIn. Thanks to Serve Pro for the tickets and the bus ride. You see like pictures of him and his family on this party bus going up to Cleveland and all this stuff. I'm like, is that smart for him to post that stuff? Right? And like, thanks to Serve Pro, he was down. Oh, it was a football game. He was down on the football field with Serve Pro, like field tickets in a booth, all that stuff. Me being the guy that I am, I do a freedom of information request and a question to Tito and his organization. And I copy the Serve Code management saying, I would like to see receipts that Tito paid for these tickets, because you know why? They're not allowed to accept tickets. They're not allowed to, as a mayor and everything else like that. The Serve Pro guy calls my cell phone and he's like, I just want to say Tito paid for those tickets. And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Can you send me receipts?
Yeah, right.
And he's like, well, we don't have them. I mean, I was like, dude, stop. Stop. He's like, no, I'm just saying, man, I just wanted to back this up and I don't want to cause problems, but Tito paid for those tickets. I'm like, Tito paid for those tickets, huh? He's like, yeah. I was like, wonder, did he use I didn't say this. Did you use the water fund like he did his car? But again, and I just let it, it's like, dude, this is the stuff these dudes do all the time. All the time.
That was a lie.
Oh, we're totally live right now. Yeah, we're totally live. Here, come here. Say hi.
Hi.
Where's Ike at? Where's Isaac?
He's off today.
Is your cover? What's your name?
My name is Kia.
Hi, Kia. Thank you for bringing in the
You're
mail.
welcome. Have a good day.
Yeah, Ike walks into here all the time.
Really?
Oh.
I didn't know that I was allowed to walk in.
No, you walk in here. Come on. You want to say anything? You want to talk? You want to give a shout out to anybody? You want to do shout out? Here, come on over here. Look. Shout out.
Shout out to my daughter Carly, my boyfriend DJ, and my sister Kayla.
Yeah, shout outs. All right, we'll see you later.
See you later.
Bye. Oh, Joe gets so mad if you want to go through his mail. Let me put this over here.
Yeah, Robert Sam.
Right, exactly, Robert. Why did he thank him if it makes no sense? Again, I totally busted him. I mean, totally busted him on that. And again, it's like, this is what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
There is no doubt in my mind, Tito Brown and some of those other people elected purposely look at, and I said this on Tuesday, I'll say it right to their face, purposely look for things that help them. What is going to get me reelected? What is going to do good for you? And then that's not how you should be as a politician, especially in Youngstown that needs help. So, do you live in Youngstown?
Yeah. I live in Cornersburg, but yeah, it's Youngstown.
It's Youngstown, so you'd vote on Youngstown stuff? What are you going to vote for?
I don't know yet. Not Tito.
Okay, not Tito. Yeah, we got that. Okay, we got one vote.
I don't know as far as I saw Derek McDowell's running, a couple other people running, but I need to find out more. Yeah, somebody other than Tito will get my vote.
Right. Yeah. There's a couple. Like I said, I know there's Derek from the Youngstown Fleet. There's John White, who's an independent, who's the husband of Amber White.
Yeah, I saw. I got some
Amber
for him. Yeah.
What's interesting is those two are both running as independents, which is interesting. So, and I love that. I think the world should be independents. I hate political parties. Anybody running, I always said this, anybody running as independent is going to get my vote. Like, honest to God, because it's just that is the way the world should be. Get the hell out. Look what he said. He's trying to get me in trouble. Thank you for my Dunkin' Donuts this morning that I paid for and drove to my yeah. I try and grease the wheels of a Austintown trustee that I don't live in Austintown. I try and keep those wheels greased when for sure. What could you possibly give me to grease your wheels, Robert, as a trustee? What could you possibly give me over there? I'll grease your wheels if you got something good in Austintown. What do you got? You got anything good? Anything? Yeah, I don't think so. What does Austintown have that I would want? I'm trying to think, like access to something. Like what's in Austintown that would be good?
I don't know. There's a lot of stuff in Austintown.
There's a ton of stuff in Austintown.
There's like they just keep dumping. I mean, speaking of Mahoning Avenue over that way, they just keep.
Dude, that place is huge. That's almost like Boardman now.
They're gonna have to widen the roads over there at some point. It's tough to get through there sometimes.
He's gonna give me a hug. I'd probably pay for a hug from you, Robert. He's ex-Marine. He's all buff. All right. So anything else going on, guys? We talked about that. I got nothing else today, man. It's a slow day. Ooh, This is good. So things coming up. Monday. I don't know if you're going to have anything to do this. Joe's going to probably make you work. Monday, me, Isaac, Joe, and Jeremy from Youngstown Pizza Reviews at 6 p.m. are taking on the Poland quiz team. Quiz Bowl team. You ever familiar with Quiz Bowl?
I am, yeah. I'm familiar with it.
Did you do it?
I never did it, but I knew what you were talking about. Yeah.
Right. So it's like us versus them. We're helping them fundraise. You're going to watch from home, donate from home via Venmo, and then we're going to give all the money to the fundraise because I guess it's like $800 to go to like state or nationals or whatever. So, and then at so much money a person. So we want to help them raise money. How annoyed is Joe going to get with Isaac, Jeremy, and I? Like, let's be honest, because Joe's gonna be super serious about answering questions, and it's gonna be bad. Like Isaac has a buzzer, like I can only imagine. So that is Monday at 6 p.m. Then we have a regular show on Tuesday, regular show on Thursday. We are ghost hunting next Saturday and we're gonna stream that live too at the Poland. What's it called? Oh my god, my mind just went blank. The tavern, the Old Stone Tavern. Do you ever hear of that place?
I know where it is. Yeah, I know.
It's right next to the fire department. Mm-hmm. This building was built in like 1816. I have video of like a chair rocking by itself. I'm going to share that. You guys are getting it's coming here this week. I'm going to share that. I haven't shared it yet. It's freaking the creepiest thing I've ever seen. I literally got chills. Mm-hmm. Samantha Turner's also running too. There you go. Mm-hmm. And that'll be streaming live. And fun fact, I'm going to have my 2 older boys, a 10-year-old and a 14-year-old ghost hunt with us. Mom is not happy about that because she's like, they're going to be sleeping on our floor. I'm like, it's fine. It'll be good. So they're coming with us too. That'll be me, Jeremy, and Joe and my boys doing that. So that'll be next Saturday. So we have all kinds of stuff coming up. I am working on scheduling Democrat Laura McNally. Mm-hmm. It's looking like it's a Friday, the 25th. She is a House rep for our area, and she's going to come on and talk about what she's doing. We had her opposite of the Senate. What's his name on? Catrona on.
Catrona, yeah.
Right. So she's going to come on the 25th. So we'll have her on. And yeah, I'm working on getting Ruley on. I'm going to get Freedom Info. I'm working on everything. Mm-hmm. Anybody else want us to talk about anything or anything else like that? I mean, I'm good. This is an hour. This is hard to talk without Isaac and Joe here.
They talk a lot.
Don't they?
They talk a lot more than I do. You see what I mean? So I
don't
know that I know, but like if I'm not like real.
What do you know? What do you know, PJ? What do you know? Band stuff? You talk to like band people all the time, right? You talk to what's the biggest person you talk to at a band? Like what biggest band?
Gene Simmons, probably.
Here?
Not here. No. So when I used to work for the Canton Repository and the Akron Beacon Journal, and so when they would come around, whatever, I got to interview a ton of people that came through, whether it was comedy or music.
Did you on the phone or meet them?
Mostly on the phone.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you could go backstage and meet people after whatever, but normally they're talking to you ahead of time because they want to plug.
Right.
They want to plug.
Right.
But I got to meet a whole bunch of comedians and talk to a whole bunch.
That's awesome.
Like Bob Saget came through. I got to interview him and meet him.
Yeah.
Norman.
Was that cool? Were they cool?
Oh yeah, the comics are always great. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just a bunch of stuff. Yeah.
That's awesome. And you do a show sometimes too, right?
Here. So I'm part of so Rick Fusselman, who owns Time Capsule Toys.
I know Rick.
And
Beard. Yeah, Rick Fusselman. So yeah, we've had him on our podcast.
He does a toy podcast, and he's pulled me into that. So yeah, I do that with him. We just basically shoot the shit on on stuff from when we were kids. And but that's every week.
Rick's a good dude. Mm-hmm. I like Rick. Did you see his post when he was at that comic thing?
Yeah.
And he was making posts about the nerds. Yeah. Dude, it was the funniest. If you go look at Time Capsule Toys, okay? It's on Facebook. You can tell him the MLO bro sent you. Go look because he was at like a comic thing or something like that.
He was like a toy show, yeah, and he's making fun of all the people in the crowd.
Right,
it was a really terrible toy show, something like that. It's like, yeah,
dude, I was crying.
Yeah.
He had some Star Wars guy come up to him and was like talking about like Tatooine and all this other stuff, and I'm like, is this really weird, Rick? That I know exactly what he's talking about because I'm such a nerd. Like it was. And Rick's just like the guy's talking. Rick's like filming it like this, like filming the guy. Guy watches, he's like, oh my God, please help me. Like it's amazing. So, but that toy stuff, that's huge.
Yeah.
Huge. 5 or 6 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, Rick came on and was talking about toys. And then we started talking about my dad throwing away all my Transformers toys when I was growing up. Like tossed them all. I had like He-Man, all this stuff. He-Man.
Yeah, I had a bunch of every line, or
Dude.
whatever, and whenever you got in a new toy, your parents would throw away the old ones. It was like, man, my parents saved everything. They threw away my toy.
Dude,
I was like,
right.
So
I had like Castle Grayskull. I had Snake Mountain with the. How old are you?
Yeah. I'm 43.
So you're mine, right?
Yeah.
Snake Mountain with the microphone. I had all of the original, like, what do they call Generation 1 Transformers, like Optimus Prime.
My brother had all the Transformers, and then I just went from But I remember I had all the Ghostbusters toys, Ninja Turtle toys,
right?
The He-Man, like you said, or whatever. But yeah, like it was every year you get into a new toy line, and then but my parents would throw away the old ones, like,
right?
Throw this away.
Megatron, okay, Megatron. I had all of them. My favorite one was the Transformer. What's his name with the one eye? Shockwave. Shockwave. So he's like a purple gun. Okay. Had it, saved it, kept it. All the way through college, I had this thing. It was my favorite freaking toy. I go to college and my dad gets rid of them all. Like garbage cans them. Okay. And I remember coming like, where's my stuff? Oh, he's like, oh, I got rid of it. It was in the basement. Do you know how much that freaking thing? So I wanted it back. I was like, damn it, I'm an adult. I want a toy. I want what I want. That freaking toy, to buy that toy, $600. $600.
Some of that stuff is crazy, man. The last toy show that Rick does, he has 3 of them a year. It's a Toy Hio. But I'm walking through there, and like just some of the stuff that I see a ton of stuff that I had as a kid, and then you see what it's going for, and
dude,
oh man,
$600.
All this stuff, yeah. Like
I picked up again, I'm a big Star Wars fan in case you guys don't know that. There's a big, I should bring it in. It's like an AT, you know, the big
I liked the original Star Wars.
Right.
I watched them a ton as a kid.
Yeah. So they had these big giant AT-ATs, and I was walking through South Range schools, the old South Range schools, and there was an auction, and I forget who it is. It's not Roman. I don't know who it is, but there's an auction place in there, and we had basketball practice in the gym, and then we were doing that, right? And I walk in there, and I'm like, holy shit, it's all Star Wars stuff. So I bid on this stuff. I got this giant thing for like $75. Retail value of that thing now is like $550. I'm like, dude, I'm keeping it. I love it, but man, I just can't. So there's such a thing for that. I'm looking here.
Yeah, all the stuff from when we grew up, and now we all, like, people have disposable income now, whatever, they can go back and buy stuff. So the market for all of it has gone
crazy
on a lot of stuff. We had a conversation too the one time. You remember starting lineup figures? For some weird reason, and I've asked Rick this.
Lineup figures.
Starting lineup. So they were like the little figures of like baseball players,
football
players, baseball players. Like there were a zillion of them, whatever. Those things are worth like nothing.
Really?
All this stuff that was worth a lot of stuff. Apparently, they just made so many of those. But
what about like Beanie Babies? I remember Beanie Babies used to be huge. They're not worth anything, right? Because there's so many of them.
Yeah, I think the same thing happened with the starting lineup figure, because it's like you'd think that there'd be some. There are a few that are worth some stuff, but it's like select stuff from what. Yeah, it's real weird how that works, but like and how many of them were made, and then sometimes I'll be talking to Rick. Sometimes certain stuff will get hot at certain times. Like this is going for crazy money now. I have no idea why.
Well, like old Nintendo games.
Yeah.
Those it's funny, some of those some of them are like crazy expensive, but like it seems like they ebb and flow, like with generations. Like my kids wanted one, and I had to spend like $180 to get a Nintendo's original Nintendo, which was insane, and now they don't play with it. It sits in my basement. I'm just waiting for it to come back around and I'll sell it. I mean, it's crazy. So all right, well, let's call this we got homework to do. You're gonna try and reach out to the coach. I'm going to try and email him. I'm going to do a Freedom of Information request, and we'll go from there. So anybody, if you ever have a topic you want us to talk about, you feel free to message us, email us. Isaac and I are loan officers and realtors looking to buy, sell a house. We use our Facebook groups to do all of that, selling and buying houses. We can help you with financing. You can message us on Facebook at the MLO Bros. There is my plug for doing all this stuff. So there you go. So all right, BJ, thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, sure, it's fun.
Would you have a lot of work to do today?
I just edit videos all day. Man.
Joe's not here. You could just totally take a nap.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll dude, slack off a little bit.
Rick's coming in at 11:30, so we're doing another episode.
You do it live or no?
Once a month we'll do it live,
okay,
like in the evenings, whatever. Normally we just record it and post it, whatever.
Cool.
But yeah.
All right, so tune into that. You catch that on the Youngstown Talk channel. I think is Joe back tomorrow?
Yeah.
So Joe and Kellen are back tomorrow, or
I think so. Yeah.
okay. Tune in tomorrow morning. Oh, I got one more thing before we go. I got a bone pick with freaking Joe. I'm driving to football practice last night. Talk radio. Joe and Kellen are on freaking 570.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
What? Why does Kellen get to go on 570?
Yeah, they fill in for Ron Verb when he came.
I mean, they did a great job, but why not Isaac and I?
Yeah,
Why don't we ever get an invite?
I don't know. Yeah, that's Joe on that one.
Oh, I know why.
Yeah, well,
He's afraid over. Let's be honest. I know why. But anyways, Joe, I'm coming for you. I got a bone to pick with you, freaking Dame Yai. You know what I'm talking about. Kellen gets on there. Isaac and I are just chopped liver. That's what we are. It's bad enough we don't have any ice in this place. So, all right. Well, everybody, we'll see you guys later. Have a good weekend. Monday, we'll be back with our quiz bowl stuff. So we'll see you guys then. All right. Thanks, PJ. Bye.
Thank you for listening to this show on Youngstown Studio. This is original Youngstown content. Feel free to share our videos and tell your friends about us. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube